Welcome to a quick and impromptu episode of the Growth Philosophy Podcast. Today's the last day of the year. It's exciting, since symbolically the beginning of the new year has a lot of significance. It's the starting point of your future in many ways, so it makes sense to start it off well. And a great way to do that is to clear up your backlog and clutter so that you can make a fresh start and have more clarity and less chaos. To help with that, I'll go over 5 things you can do today that will be extremely useful. Whether you work from home or from an office, and whether you are self-employed or employed or just do things for yourself, these 5 things will help. And they'll help a lot. They'll help you with your personal goals and projects, and they'll also be useful for your professional objectives and missions. Whatever your goals, tasks, or plans are, doing these 5 things will help. This talk is going to be a quick one, by the way, mainly because I have a lot of things to do today, and I have a feeling so do you, so let's get right into it. Here are the 5 things you can do today to clear up your clutter and backlogs, both internal and external, and start off your year fresh. Number 1. Declutter your desk. Desks get cluttered over the year, and there is really no better time than the last day of the year to clear it all up. Why? Because a clutter-free environment promotes a clutter-free mind, and clearing up your desk will literally give you a fresh start. Number 2. Declutter your browser. If you're anything like me, you probably have a ton of tabs open in your browser, be it on your computer or on your phone. Clear them up. Just deal with what you have to and then close them. But what if there are hundreds of tabs open? Well, I have a hack for that too. If there are too many tabs open, just quickly scroll through, list the important ones, and then close them all. Or, even if it feels like too much to do, just close them all. That's the easiest and simplest way to go forward. And in the future, make it a point to limit the number of browser tabs you have open at any one point in time. So, maybe you can have a max of 5 or 10, as that way you'll help prevent any future overwhelm. So that's number 2. Declutter your browser. Number 3. Clear up your desktop. The desktops, just like our desks, can get cluttered over time. The desktops of our computers, laptops, or even smartphones get more and more cluttered throughout the year. This can be downright chaotic at times and even stressful. So make it a point to clear up your desktop. As before, I'm going to give you another hack to get this done fast. The easiest and fastest way to clear up your desktop is to just copy everything that's on your desktop right now onto a folder to deal with later. You can name the folder something like Later or Process Later. This way you'll be left with just one thing on your desktop, and that can be incredibly freeing, as you'll find out yourself. Less chaos and clutter means a simpler and more streamlined life, and clearing up your desktop will also help you a lot over the coming days. So that's the 3rd one, declutter your desktop. The 4th one is to organize and declutter your inbox. It's the same principle as your desktop clutter. Less stuff means less stress and less confusion. As for the how, I'm a big fan of the Inbox Zero strategy, so you can start using that. But a fast way to move forward today is to pretty much use a version of the hack I mentioned earlier and just move all of your emails that you have your inbox right now to a temporary folder to process later. So that's the 4th one, declutter your inbox. And the 5th one is to declutter your mind or do a brain dump. This last one is about doing a mental purge. Clutter builds up not only in your computer on your desk or your browser, but in your mind too. So here is what you can do. Just dump everything on your mind onto a piece of paper or digital notepad. You can write this down physically, which is my preferred method, or you can do this digitally on a Word document or Evernote. Use whatever works for you. This will be the mental equivalent of a physical decluttering and will leave you lots of mental room to start your year off fresh. I call these 5 things the 5 Ds of the 31st. So to recap, number 1, declutter your desk. Number 2, declutter your browser. Number 3, declutter your desktop. Number 4, declutter your inbox. And number 5, declutter your brain. Depending on how much stuff you have in your external and your internal environments, this can become a fairly time-consuming process. So, plan for that. That said, doing these 5 things, they matter. Because doing these 5 decluttering tasks will leave you with a lot more mental bandwidth and energy to start your year off well. I'm sure I don't have to tell you just how much better you will feel when you won't have clutter on your desk, your browser, your inbox, your desktop, and your mind. When you get rid of all that chaos and confusion, you will give yourself a lot more freedom to do what you need to do. Most importantly, since you want to make a good start this new year, you'll do well not to have all that chaotic mess in your environment. Review, organize, and purge. That's going to be your mantra for the day. Now go start decluttering and set yourself up for a great new year. Oh, and if you have enjoyed this talk, now is the perfect time to subscribe so you can dive deeper into everything I cover here. There is a ton more insights, tips, and strategies to come over the coming days, so make sure you don't miss out. Click subscribe to be the first to know when a new episode is published. And feel free to follow me on Twitter for bonus content and tips. The details are in the description. I'll be talking more about how to start your year strong over the coming episodes, so don't forget to tune into those. As always, it has been a lot of fun, and I'm grateful for having you listen in. Look after yourselves, everyone, and don't forget, think better to upgrade your life. And of course, Happy New Year, everyone.